and it's coming next week. Be with us and take on the Chicago 68 today. The National Basketball Association and the Portland Trailblazers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst, Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Anthony Edwards.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Both of the towers out there for him. Cat at the 4, Gobert at the 5. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Goose in at the 1. And for the Trailblazers, Sharp and Avdia are on the wings. Then there's Klingon. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. Henderson misses. And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods helped players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down, too.
Outside Sharp. Pass to Hendricks. Sharp against Edwards. Lets it fly. Sharp, no good. Here's Minnesota. On off the court. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, Oubre, the closer he gets, the more excitable he can be. What a finish.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Portland's head coach. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And it's good. 2 points.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Here's Cox, defended by Avdia. It's good.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, B.A., to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
It's stolen by Henderson. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by Oubre. Pass to Sharp. There's the drive. And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he can become an elite defender in this league. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Oubre. Towns a screen on Henderson. Just 5 on the clock from the high post. Portland with a rebound. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
And watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at the Timberwolves. They have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And, of course, Portland, they're 4 spots behind them.
Checking out Portland, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Cox, good.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Back to Henderson. And he jams it after taking a nice feed on the run.
Oh, Scoot is electric. Gets to the rim with ease.
Pass to Oubre. Here's Cox. Edwards with it. Now Sharp defending. Cox, the pass to Oubre. Towns for 3. Avdia pulls it in.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay for that range.
1:56 left to play in the first. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about the slam by Avdia, not messing around inside.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Cox. He had a 36-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
Defensive mindset tonight was huge. He was a real pest coming up with all those steals and had great activity.
Henderson left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Henderson's got 6 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Oubre passes to Cox. Sharp against Edwards. Over to the left wing. Here's Cox. And counted from 19 feet away. Cox has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. In an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
On the court for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert is out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Dillingham. And it's Goose in at the point. That one misses. Portland leading by 8. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Goose in their last matchup against the Lakers was outstanding. He had 36 points and was such a menace on the defensive end. Steals galore. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
BA, I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Hendricks is checked in for Portland. Scoot Henderson comes in for Simons. Here's Cox. He has 7. The three-pointer off the mark. Sharp against Oubre. Pass to Hendricks. And he's going for the oop here. Out to the wing. Here's Cox. Off target with the 3. Portland leading by 8. And here's Avdia. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes. Avdia's got his second bucket of the night.
They're shooting the three extremely well this quarter. Be fun to see if they can keep it up.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, low scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Simons is checked in for Portland.
He didn't have his feet planted.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Here's Dillingham. In his last outing, 16 points for him.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
There's Simons with a three. Connects from downtown. Simons got 7 points in the game.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
The shot no good by Cox. Portland leading by 13. Here's Hendricks. 9 points for him in his last game. Pass to Henderson. Now here's Avdia. Let's go with a three. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. A minute 22 left in the first half. Cox. Now Gobert. Here's Cox. He's got 7. And the layup is good. 9 points in the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Now, you can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Henderson outside. 26 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. There's Simons with a three. Minnesota with a rebound. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
Yeah, it was relentless play at both ends of the court in that game. They were able to seize control and maintain it.
Yeah, and going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a...
And now, not a bad... And that's a wrap on...
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Scoot and Sharpe in the backcourt set. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Demi Avdia. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Oubre against Sharpe. Fires from deep. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Such a ridiculous athlete. Sharpe is overwhelming them tonight. Shaden is playing with this kind of confidence. There's not much you can do. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Cox.
That is what I'm talking about.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Now here's Henderson. Give him 8 points now. Off the outside. It's hauled in by Oubre. Timberwolves trail by 6. And there's the drive. Here's Cox, defended by Henderson. And here's Oubre from the arc. Offensive board. It's Edwards on the wing. No good from outside. Looking to slow it down here, run a play.
Which is interesting because they've done much better playing with pace.
Pass to Henderson. Over Oubre. Henderson misses.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the 2nd overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot's not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
Here's Henderson, following the score by Minnesota. Pass to Sharp. Over Edwards. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Trailblazers lead by 4. Inside, here's Klingon. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Hendricks. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Dillingham's checked in for Oubre. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Cox. 16 points for him. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Hits the trifecta.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Simons outside. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Now here's Sharp. He's got 15. To the inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
A great pass on a pure talent level. Sharp is top tier.
Here's Cox. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them get back in the ballgame.
And it's the Blazers with the ball. Following the score by Minnesota. 2 points. That one goes.
When it comes to Scoot Henderson, his handles and his speed with the ball, those may be his best attributes.
DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Portland. Murray comes in for Sharp. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Anthony Edwards. Now here's DeRozan. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Cox. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
There's a screen. Simons passes to Ayton. Henderson with it. Ayton with a screen. The 3. It's hauled in by DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Cox. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Trailblazers lead by 3. Avdia finds Simons. To the paint. Henderson misses.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Count the basket. Cox has got 20.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Down low. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's...
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. DeRozan, a screen on Simons. Here's Cox. Oh, the turnaround jumper. Count it. Cox has got 15 points here in the second half.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
On the court for the Timberwolves. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Dillingham. Then there's Edwards. And it's Goose in at the 1. And that one's good. Sharp.
Smooth shooting from mid-range. Give Sharp space from there, and he'll torch you.
Pass to Cox. DeRozan, a screen on Simons. Here's Dillingham. Clock at 6. Reed sets a screen to the middle. Here's Cox. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. Avdia can't get it to go.
Not great numbers, but great effort.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And some changes here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Hendricks comes in for Murray. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
And the stifle tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
And so Gobert nails both of them. Portland has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. To the left wing, Hendricks gets the 3-ball to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
It'll be fun through the years to watch the real-time development of Scoot Henderson, just learning to play the 1 on the fly. Well, some smarts there on that play, changing his shot in the air so he could avoid the defense. You can't fault him for the creativity. If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Here's Cox. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
Big points from Sharp. They needed that bucket.
2 minutes.
Here's Cox. Picked by Gobert. Cox, the pass to Gobert. Down low. Tipped. 6 to shoot. To the inside. And here's Edwards outside. Avdia pulls it in.
Not a way to get out of the funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And he drives in. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got his 6th rebound on the night. floor. Pass to Hendricks. Outside Sharp. Drops in the three. Sharp's got 10 points in just the second half.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the paint. Here's Klingon. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. And now a 9-point Trailblazer lead. Here's Cox to halt the run. And Klingon pulls it down.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Henderson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Henderson. One shot.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Here's Cox. Minnesota again missing. Now here's Simons.